Hi everyone and welcome back to Diamond Paintings with me, your host Mike, and it's time to get painting. Now I have got some good news. I have found some of the missing drills. I think there's still a few in Linda at the moment, but we have found some of the drills that we've been missing. So that's really good. 17 is the B letter that we've got here, so we can definitely get some of that sorted. So first things, what I'd like to do first of all is just fill in that colour, because I think we need to try and fill that up first. So that's going to be G. So let me just check something. Just want to double check. JF092, JF092, yeah, lovely. So I'm just going to check that. That pink colour that I had the other day, and I said it was a bit backed up, I think that is this for this painting. So we can double check that next time. But yeah, so this colour here is 17, is this colour, which is B, which is all this bit round here. So that will fill that gap up now, and obviously all on the cats here as well. So this is very exciting stuff. So very happy, very pleased that we've found that. And it was where I thought it was, on the top of the fridge, because I use it as like a storage rack for the top of the fridge. So that's brilliant, absolutely fantastic. Just get that down there. So yep. And I was looking at the videos today, and I've got a horrible feeling that stage 1 of this is on the camera that is on the phone that broke. So obviously, rather than delay it, it might have to skip to stage 2. But yeah, unfortunately, until we can find that, because it's on the other phone, but it means disassembling it to get it, you know, fixed and that. But oh, look at that gap filled. Oh, it's so good to get that filled up. Fantastic. So, yeah. So, shortly after I filmed this, did some more emails that I needed to do, read a bit of the Disney Crochet magazine. So we'll be starting to film that soon on the other channel, World of Make. And yeah, so after that, I ventured up to Tesco. I was really fancying some Battenberg, so I went up and got that. Hello, what's happened yet? Okay. So yeah, I went up to get there, and it was close to it. I got McDonald's this morning, but because I wanted to use my points up, and then I was like, oh, damn it, I need to go and get something for dinner, because what is that? Is that B? No, that's G. Because I don't really like buy shopping anymore. I just buy something from the shop per day, because I know that if I buy a fridge full, I'm probably going to eat, and I'm trying to control that a bit. So yeah, so I went up there, got some Battenberg, 2 packs of custard creams, because I just know that the full bag will go in the full pack will go very soon. So that's that bit filled up. We've got to find this colour here. There's 2 other colours, this bracket sign and that slash, and then obviously the G. But just to get that cat filled up is brilliant. And it will get some of this done as well. As you can see, bits and pieces there. And then came back and I wanted to have a cup of tea, so I had a cup of tea while eating the Battenberg, because you can't not have tea with that cake. One of my friends, she goes to see the vicar, but she invites her round for tea and cake, and I thought, you know what, that's such a good idea. So I thought, well, I'm going to start doing that. So it just gave me some time to just have an hour to myself, unwind, watch some videos that I needed to clear on YouTube, and yeah. Okay, so that's that filled up now. So we'll focus on to this section here now. Obviously, it's a lot of that pink colour. So I'm pretty sure. Let's have a look at that packet again. We've got JF092, which is, I believe, the same as this. JF092, yeah. So this one, which is 21, which looks like they've all been stuck together, that is that bracket symbol. So I'll see if I can get some open, but this bag looks really weirdly, looks like all the drills are stuck. So I'll speak to my friend Tessa and see whether I can, look at that. It's almost like it's got water in there. I'll speak to my specialist for that, who deals with the, how to get them unstuck, and she'll sort that out for me. But at least we found that that bracket colour now, so yeah, we are finding them slowly but surely. So this bit will be a bit patchy until we can find that colour, but we've got to still try and carry on because we're on a deadline to get this finished on time. So, and I'm debating whether to keep this you know, this Halloween set washi tape on as like a border for it. Sorry, why again? Monkey man. There we go. So I'll take it up a few notches. See what I can do there. And I'll just do one more. Just heard a church bell ring, and it sounded like, it felt, just for that for that moment, I was in London at Big Ben. Lots of people think that Big Ben is the tower. It's not. That's the Elizabeth Tower, but the Big Ben is the actual bell inside the clock. So, yeah, whenever people say Big Ben, it's not the actual tower, it's the clock inside the tower. So, it's going to aggravate me because there's a big patch. But they will turn up. We know they're here somewhere. So if I'm not talking much, I've pretty much talked about all I've done today. So yeah, unless I think of something. I mean, the only thing that I'm doing later is I'll do dinner after this, and then get ready for the Masked Dancer and The Voice. But I really want, you know, that Netflix drama, Squid Game. I want that to come back. That was such a good program. But yeah, you know, each day that we're getting more drills on is another step closer to getting this done. We've still got quite a lot to get through, but we will get there, as long as I stay focused, you know. I wanted to do another one of these for my relatives, but there's definitely no time I'm going to get. I'm definitely not going to get 2 done this year. Absolutely no way, unless I do one that's off camera, but yeah, there's definitely no way I can do that. I'm so happy, Jesus loves me. I'm so happy. La, 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 la. So I've been singing this, I've been listening to this song. I've got a song that will get on your nerves, Joe Pasquale. I've got a song that will get on your nerves, Joe Pasquale. My mum's neighbour is a bit of a dickhead, because whenever we go in the garden, he will go like that to make it, that's his basically, I'm here sign. It's every single time we go in the garden, and yeah, he's a bit of a prat, because I don't like him. So annoying seeing that patch, but I just know at the back of my mind they will turn up. And when I see patches, it makes me not want to do it anymore until I finish, until I find it. But I mean, some of you might be thinking, well, you know, why don't you wait until you find it? But with me, I need to get as much of this done as possible. So after this, I'll speak to my friend to find out how she does it, because these are basically all stuck. So obviously I haven't got, I think it's something to do with a tumble dryer slip she said you use or something. So I'll have to speak to her and find out exactly how we do that. So yeah. So it won't be long before we all go, Happy New Year! Oh God, I ain't looking forward to that. But it's not going to be any different. It'll just be another crap year, because we've had COVID for the last 2 years, and now we've got an energy crisis. So that's a great way to start the new year off, isn't it? Happy New Year. We've got a economy problem. So yeah. Oh, look at that! When I press down, you've got a bit of orange on it. Light fever, light fever. But yeah, I checked the trains earlier, because obviously I've got to get to work tomorrow, and because I'm what they call a general assistant. So you get casuals. They're not guaranteed hours, so they'll call them up out of the blue and say, can you work? And they have no employee, they don't have any employee rights. So I was a casual, and then I got promoted to general assistant, and obviously I get more rights than a casual does. So because I think because like there's so many people who leave, I think they've just gave up with giving people contracts unless they're absolutely more sure than not that they're going to stay with the company. Because with a casual, they can ask them to work and they can go, right, no, I don't want to work. Even if they're short-staffed, there's nothing they can do, because casuals are on 0-hour contracts, which means they're not allocated any hours. So basically like temporary staff, if you like. But obviously once you pass the probation period, every job has a probation period, you will, you know, get a full contract. And I passed the probation period, and I've been with the company for 7 years. I started in 2017, and it's only in 2020 they promoted me to a general. Why the hell it took all that time, I don't know. But yeah, so I get more rights, but obviously I can't go, right, I'm not coming in today, because obviously I'm on a contract. I have to abide by them, by that code of conduct. Obviously, unless I was ill and that, but yeah. Okay, I'm just going to go and grab my lamp, I think, because it's a little bit dark in here. So I'm just going to go and grab my lamp. Do you know what? Yeah, I've had this lamp for many years, and I've never ever really used it. It only really comes out in if I absolutely need it for something. So, not like if we've got a bulb's blue or something like that. So, but yeah, I tried the light board, but I needed a little bit more persistence. So you might see a bit of shadow. I'm looking into proper lighting, but they're like big square lights. I think they're called, I don't know what they're called, but they've got like it's a big lamp, but with a funny name to it. And I'm looking into getting some of them. Because lots of people say, like, to do a YouTube video, you need, the perfect light, you need this, you need that. And to be fair with you, yeah, okay, sometimes you do, but you don't really need all that high-tech stuff. All you need is, you know, something that will film the stuff and, you know, a light. That's why I don't do edits, because it's, you know, what's the point in doing an edit? Because that's basically cutting out any mistakes you make. Whereas if there is a mistake in like a diamond painting, I like to show you what that is. So yeah. So I don't know if I'll get any more done of this today, because you've got the Masked Singer and then the Voice, but obviously that'll go up to 10, and then obviously the 10 o'clock news, because I watch that. So yeah, I don't think we'll get anything done today further on this, but I'm gonna lose a day tomorrow because I've got to work. But the time I get back, it's gonna be like dinner time, and then TV will start, and it's like, yeah, I'll do that enough time. So oh hallelujah, percive. Put that one there because we've got a bit of Z going on down here. Keep thinking that's a star, but what we're doing at the moment is we're now working on the other cats here. I'm not too sure of a name yet. It's got to be like a spooky name. And then obviously we've got to do the pumpkin. I'm going to call the pumpkin Terry. So Terry the pumpkin, Violet the cat, and whatever this one is now. So we've got two names. So yeah. Our God is a mountain mover. Our God's gonna make a way. Can't help all the times he's proven. We can trust him just every. Take a hope of the situation. Watch him turn it all around. Nothing is impossible. I can't hold back. I gotta shout. My God, my God, my God is a mountain mover. He can handle any situation. Yeah. That's all you have to do is, you know, ask. He puts you in the right direction. And yeah, he's helped me a lot. And I mean, some people, they put God before their family, but I think that priority is totally wrong. With me, it would be family first, then friends, then, you know, God, because that's just my personal preference, but I'm a Christian, by the way. I'm not one of these people that goes to churches, because it's really not my thing. I'm sorry, but I just can't sit there for hours on end while someone's preaching. We went to this place in Stamford-le-Hope, and this guy was preaching and preaching and preaching, and I thought, is he going to come up for air in a minute, or like what, and it just drags and drags and drags, and I was like gonna tell Olivia, like, come on, can we go now? And it's almost like God knew I wanted to go, because when I had that thought, she said, right, okay, we're going to make a move now. So it's almost like he could tell that I was getting bored of it. I mean, to be fair with you, it's not for everyone. But I'm basically what they call an evangelist. So an evangelist is not someone who's attached to a specific church. An evangelist is someone who goes around different churches. But another reason why I don't really attend church is because when I was at one of the churches, the other place didn't like it. And obviously as a youngster, I used to attend the King's Centre in Whittam. And, I know the whole team there, but they didn't like me attending 2 different churches, even though they was going around other churches. Do you see what I mean? So it's all right for them to go around travelling to other churches, but when I go around and visit own churches, that's not good enough to them. But her mum was behind it all. Vivian is, she was like, oh, you need to choose, and I'm like, no, you can't do that. What is the difference? And they would need me there for the PA system, because obviously I would control all the sounds and the microphones, because they have like a stage where they do like drama things. And I was attending the other church in the morning and then this one in the evening. And they didn't like it. Even though I was still available in the evening, I would still go there. Oh, can we have a word, Michael? Yes, what do you want? You need to choose which church. And I spoke to Will about it, because he was the other pastor. And I spoke to him and said, like, what do you want? What do we do? Because they're trying to make me choose, and I'm trying to keep both happy. And I liked doing both. And then he sort of spoke to Vivian and it sorted itself out. But it's basically like a cult. It's their way or no way. So I was like, do you know what? I'm going to leave. Because I basically take care of the minibuses when I'm there as well. I basically go around in the van with Andrew doing all the pickups. So we would pick all the youngsters up and take them back to the church and then drop them home. And but then Will got chucked out of his church as well, because they didn't like him and they were forcing him out. And obviously when you are a pastor, you get a house, which apparently is the church's house. But then the church wanted the house back and he got evicted. And so apparently he's in Norfolk now, apparently. But was that a hashtag? No, it weren't. Okay, cool. It's a funny world we live in, isn't it? And then, like, Olivia was like, oh, you need to choose or you can't come. And I'm like, no. Wait a minute. It's up to me what I do. If you don't want my help, fine. I don't have to give it to you. And my sister, they done exactly the same to my sister. They done exactly the same to my sister's friend. It's their way or no way. So that's not the way to be, I'm afraid. See what I mean about diamond painting? You can be talking and then talk about anything, and we talk about one subject and then go into something different. So it's really lovely. At least it gives you something to talk about. But it won't be long before I will be doing the sort of like the last sort of week. Normally about half way through the month, I will start the the next project for the next month, because obviously November's a theme month. Christmas is going to be a nightmare. The reason I say that is because I've got a very difficult decision to make. I've got a Santa with a Coca-Cola truck. I've got a stag. I've got a Christmas snowman with a door on it. And I've also got the Santa Claus that I briefly did on the World of Mike last year. And I don't think doing 4 different paintings is going to be a bit challenging. So I don't know whether to save a couple for the following year or just see how it pans out, because it's going to involve a lot of changing the drills all the time, unless I can set one up in the kitchen, one up in the front room, one up in, you know, here. I'm thinking about converting my loft into like an upstairs sort of desk area, so that I can do, originally it was supposed to be for the railway collection. Many years ago, Harshare did a railway, model railway village, and it's never really took off. I do have the issues, but it's, you know, you've got to buy all the wood, you've got to measure it, you've got to get a... Partly the reason why I ain't started it yet is because I haven't got a ladder. If I could get a ladder, then I can get in the loft and start putting the shelving up, and then that would be amazing. I mean, but yeah. It's one of the dreams I would like to do, but it will... I just can't say for sure when or if it will happen, because big elephants can add up sums easily. That's how you spell because. So if you wanted to, in school, they would say like if you wanted to spell because, it would be big elephants can add up sums easily. So you've got B for big, E for elephant, C for can, and then so on, you know. And I've got an email today from Pot Gang. They've got their October box out, which apparently is rocket salad, I believe. Okay, so what's happening now is we're starting to go into the other cat, which is pretty good. It's really interesting because I haven't worked on this for ages, and then I just like, today I've just been, as soon as I've like come off filming it, I go on my phone, upload it, and then once that's uploaded it, take it off my phone because it, you know, I need to take the free up storage, and then upload it to OneDrive because I always keep a copy of it, and then yeah. But yeah, so it won't be I don't know. But yeah. But this one is quite nice because this, oh yeah, we get a bit of the eyelid on this one. So we have enough time, but it's now starting to get dark again, isn't it? At like 7 o'clock, and it's hard to adapt to because one of my friends on YouTube was saying about her clocks in Australia are changing soon, and yeah, it's really interesting because like this sort of night, because it's dark, you think it's like 10 o'clock at night, but it isn't. It's only 7. So yeah, it's getting used to that dark days again, more electric being, because in the summer you don't use as much electric because you've got daylight, but we'll end up paying more now, but the government's doing it by the sounds of it. So with this £400 thing that we're supposed to be getting, so I mean, it's they're basically paying your bill each month, aren't they? £66, as long as you're careful and don't put on lights in other rooms if you're not in that room. Yeah. I need to get a TV bracket for this TV. I've got a white TV, but I have to keep taking it off the desk because I put it on this desk for when I'm in bed and I'm watching it, you see. So I wonder if Hannah's got a friend staying tonight, because she's not used to staying on her own. I mean, obviously Molly's there, but yeah, wonder if she's got a friend there, or I don't know if George is there, but I don't know if their numbers, you see, because they don't really, I didn't really ask for it, but, because normally if I want to speak to my sister, I normally go through, like, Messenger, or ask my mum to pass on a message. But yeah. But I'm absolutely dreading December, because it's just going to be, everyone's going to be bloody panic buying again, and yeah, it's not good. It's Christmas time, we're up here in the north, making toys for you until December 24th. Here we are, there's nothing you can do, except you need to go for a number 22. Wrap the presents. Oh, I'll be singing all night. Can't believe that. Got to go to work for just one day tomorrow, and then I'm off the rest of the week, because as I said earlier, I'm only part-time, you see, so I only do weekends, and then through like the rest of the week I do my other job, delivering people stuff. But yeah, it's what's nice about being self-employed is that you don't have a boss. You're your own boss. You work your own hours when you want, how you want. So if I woke up, say, tomorrow and I didn't want to work, I don't have to, but then I don't get money. So, but it's really good, because like on the app you get paid that day, but it costs 50p to do that, or you can set it up to be paid every Tuesday. But yes, and what's lovely is you meet so many different people. You know, you could be any areas. Last time I did it, I had a delivery that I had to deliver in Rivenall, and they allocated it to me, and I rejected it, because I was like, there's no way I can get there on a bike. You know, that's ridiculous. And they kept sending it, and it's almost like no other driver wanted to do it. So I thought, you know what, it'll burn some fat, I'll go up there. And the guy gave me a tip, so it's pretty good. Because I was like, I don't know if my tyres are going to make it all right. Probably put more weight on, actually, eating all these Battenbergs. But it is $1.25 at the moment with Club Card. That's what you should get. If you shop with Tesco, get yourself a Club Card, because if I think at the moment it's £1.80, but with Club Card you get a discount, so it's $1.25. So not necessarily. Club Card has many features, so every time you shop, if you scan it, you get points, which then turn into vouchers every 3 months, I think it is. But with, you know, you don't necessarily have to collect points. With a Club Card, it reduces so many things. So there's lots of benefits with the Club Card thing. I used to have Tesco Club Card Pay Plus or whatever it is, but it was crap. Utter rubbish. Can't set any direct debits up. You can't, yeah, literally no standing orders. So I thought, you know what, this is crap, so I'm getting rid of it. And then they have this thing called, I think it's like Club Card Plus. You pay $7.99 and you're supposed to get 10% off. But again, that's a bit of a con, because you're basically paying $7.99, paying for your discount. Sadly, there's always a catch somewhere along the lines. So yeah, okay, so I'm going to finish this line off, because we're approaching the section now. So just finish this off. I've got a little bit more wax. And this is the thing, like with paintings, if you need more wax, you've got a choice. You can either buy more wax on Amazon, or you can just wait until you get new paint in and get it in there. Why have I put that there? So yeah, it's pretty good. So it's not, I have noticed when you have like animals on here, you always get one of the animals a little bit further ahead than the other one. So this one we're going to get a lot more lower down on the forehead on there. So, which is pretty good. It really feels like bedtime. I'm not even joking. It's so dark. But yeah, I wonder if next year is going to be any better, because for the last 2 years, as I said, we've had COVID. We're only sort of really still lingering, but if you look at the start, people, they just had no vaccine and people just died after it, mainly elderly people, but and young people. But then they got the virus vaccine and rushed it, because normally something like that takes many years, but they had to do something, or you know, people would die. And then we're sort of coming out of that, and now it's all to do with cost of living and everything on the news every single day. Cost of living. That's what I'm saying. There's always like something for, you know, if it ain't COVID, it's Brexit, or if it ain't Brexit, it's cost of living. You know, I don't think they need to drag it on as much as it is. But it was on the news. Apparently, the Queen's death was caused by old age or something. So. She did, in that last photo she did, meeting Liz Truss, the MP, her hands were literally purple. So, I know obviously in elderly people, if you knock yourself accidentally, your skin is much wafer thin, so you will bruise a lot more easily and it will show, whereas with like younger generations, if you hit yourself, it normally takes a couple of days to reflect the bruising. And the colour, normally the purplish yellowish colour, is just bleeding under the skin. That's all that is. But yeah, but then Charles, as I said in a few videos back, he's got this problem with his hand where it's constantly swollen. And when I read up on it, they said that it was something to do with flying in the air or something. When you fly on a plane, that's what causes it. I mean, I can't exactly object to that because I've never been on the plane, so I wouldn't know. But I think me and George are the only ones that have never been on a plane. It's like my passport. I've been wanting to get a passport for the last 3 years, but every time I think about it, I just think it's so much money. And then obviously you've got to go and have an interview, and and then my mum, I felt so sorry for her. She had a terrible time with these idiots downtown. They kept saying that her photos was wrong, and I thought, do you know what? If they do this again and they're trying to get more money from you, and they reject it again, because when you pay to have this passport checked, it's £9.50. But if I ever do a passport, if I ever get the application done, I'm not going to do it at the post office. I will send it to the official people that do it at the passport office or wherever it is, because they told me it was wrong 3 times, and I looked at it and it wasn't wrong, and I said, we'll get your money back, and she was like, no, and I said, yeah, they've got that wrong. And I said, well, if they don't sort it, I'm coming up there and speaking to them then. And I spoke to them, and she was like, oh, I'm so sorry, yeah, I'll refund you, because she could see I weren't happy. They were basically trying to get more and more out of her, and I was like, no, you're taking the mick here, you know, pack it in. So that's another reason why I'm put off. But it's something that I want to do. You know, my sister's been Corfu. She doesn't go on holiday as much as my dad. Oh, crikey. I'm getting carried away here. I did say that I was going to stop. I get so carried away. That's why I love painting, you see, because just spilt all them, for God's sake. That's the thing with diamond painting, is you get so into it, and then once you start, you don't want to stop. And I'm thinking about doing a live show, because then I can talk to you guys as I'm doing it. So I'm looking into that, but I'm not entirely sure yet, because I get more done on pre-records, and I wouldn't be able to do it on here because it's a pre-record. So it'll be the next painting that we do. But that is what it's looking like so far. Don't worry about these drills, I'll take them off nearer the time we're there. But that's how we're looking for, as you can see. Really getting there now. But as I said, this patch belongs to, what's this one, 21? That's the bracket one there, but this one we will definitely find, it's here somewhere. But yeah, so that's where we're looking so far. See you again tomorrow for a little bit more. We should get about halfway up on here, and then we can really start this next block. But yeah, it's looking really nice. Please remember to like, share and subscribe. Remember to tap the bell if you want to be notified of all the videos I do. And I'll see you tomorrow for more of diamond painting. Bye.